Just in case you forgot, here is a reminder why Mikel Arteta and Arsenal are so special tactically. Arsenal work within a positional play model, but the team have been together for so long that it is barely identifiable. Combine that with the defensive prowess. Wow. Here we see Arsenal when they have possession, they are very simple. Mosquera, Gabriel, Lewis Kelly, and Rice manage to build up. The rest position themselves high, where each player finds themselves. Doesn't matter. See Havertz, wide, Saka, central, as long as balance remains. Part of the reason why Arsenal are so difficult to press is because of their positional fluidity whilst consistently maintaining balance. For example, Coventry press and Lewis Kelly drops into the first line to overlook them. It's simple, yet it is extremely effective. We see another example here, this time with Mosquera on the ball in the middle, Rice outside the opposition line, and Lewis Kelly in the number 6. Like I say, it doesn't matter who is where. The players have license to fill the spaces. That makes Arsenal impossible to predict. What I found interesting about last night's game was the role of Lewis Kelly. He was often lower than Rice. His mobility to get on the ball combined with his ever-improving understanding of where to play aggressively and progressively with a pass or a dribble, and when to circulate is special. When you are so difficult to press as a team, whilst consistently getting 6 players on the top line to strike the optimal balance between getting up the pitch and breaking the opposition down. That's what teams like PSG do. Their fullbacks are almost always high, as are White and Calafiori in this game. Arsenal's first goal came from actions that we need to see more of them this season. Ben White tries an ambitious switch of play. It doesn't work out, but because Arsenal are so well balanced positionally, they can counter press effectively. They win it back, attack in space, and score. That was what led to the first goal. People often overcomplicate football by talking about delicate and intricate ways to break down low blocks with patterns of play. Sometimes the best pattern is taking a risk, losing the ball, counter-pressing, and attacking in open space close to the opposition's goal. We must also take a look at the second goal, which had a similar theme to the first. Coventry play long, and Arsenal's details to win the duels is elite. People often downplay winning duels to physicality. Sure, that's the most important factor, but the positional detail is key. Coventry go long, and Gabriel completes for the first header. Behind him, Arsenal's remaining defenders narrow up to manage any flick-ons and provide a 3v2 versus Coventry's runner. Everywhere, Arsenal players get goal side, plus tight to their man to land on second balls. Top detail. Even if Gabriel doesn't win the initial area duel, Arsenal are in a great position to win the second ball, but because they are more physically dominant than most of other teams, sure, but also because they are positioned optimally to land on the second ball in the first place. off the back of winning those duels. Arsenal attack in open spaces and score to make it 2-0. So I go back to it. Arsenal played a low block, right? But they broke them down with a counter press and B, winning duels and transitioning off the back of it. That is football. We must also acknowledge that you must earn the right to pin the opposition back into a low block. As well as that, Arsenal didn't exclusively have possession right. Arsenal are the best defensive team in the world because of their detail in each moment. Here we see 4-4-2. When Arsenal lack pressure on the ball, they protect their box with that standard shape. But that is not the intention. They want to press high, and they do it in two different ways, both of which stem from Ødegaard leading the press. Here we see Arsenal's central trigger. However, because Coventry number 6 drops into the first line, Arsenal's front two are overloaded in a 3v2. To combat that, Saka inverts from the right wing to press the left centre back, and Ben White backs up the press on the side from zona to man in the blink of an eye. We see this relentlessly from Arsenal. They either transition from a zonal press into a man-to-man press with a central trigger, CB to number 6 to number 10, or a wide trigger, the right back to the right wing to number 10. It all depends on the position of the opposition in each moment, but the players get it. We also see an incredible adherence to situations like throw-ins. Look how small Arsenal make the pitch in this moment, with Tzolis digging in on the far side to manage the opposition number 8. It allows Rice to screen as the +1 and the team to get incredible pressure on the ball. Plus, when things go wrong and Arsenal have to intend to defend a transition, not only do they have incredible athleticism to defend open spaces, they also defend sensibly. For example, Gabriel is left 1v1, Rice recovers and is aggressive in contact. However, Sims retains possession. Instead of panicking, diving in and giving a free kick away or letting Sims run free, Rice stands tall, protects the space, and essentially says to Sims, "Take me on." Rice delaying as opposed to diving in makes it almost impossible for forwards because of his athleticism. Combine these on and off ball details that of course differ but are continuously excellent from game to game, and it's clear why Mikel Arteta is, in my opinion, the most complete tactician in the world. Arsenal are coached within an inch of their life in every moment. Tzolis also fits in very well, partly because he is an excellent player and partly because of his defensive diligence. But look at his mentality here. He nearly scores, everyone else is still reacting to the shot. He sprints to take the throw-in. Arsenal attacks again, relentless. Mikel Arteta has created a team that are physically technical, tactical, and psychological giants. Tzolis fits right into that. However, Arsenal are still active in the market. there is still room for improvement. Not every team is as easy to face as Coventry were. With the personal Arsenal had on the pitch, sometimes Arsenal can lack bodies between the lines. It takes time for the fullbacks to travel high, and in the midfield three, each of Lewis Kelly, Rice, and Ødegaard prefer to come to the ball rather than stay far away. PSG play that way, and it works for them because they exert clear dominance on games. But in games against other similarly good teams, it's often not possible to dominate the ball. This is why you need elite attacker to go toe to toe in transition or more players consistently high. Otherwise, you get what happened to Arsenal in the Champions League final. A lack of transitional threat and a lack of bodies high to pass through between the lines without an elite front three to make up for that dynamic imbalance. Let's see if the club address that or find internal solutions.